I need to get it straight. Okay, there has to be a solution one day. You're just gonna have to make me a tiny little stool
I got a solution.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh no. Oh no.
You ready?
No, that's gonna hurt. Hello and welcome back.
I'm Frank.
And I'm Abby.
And together,
we're Frammy Farm. It's kind of echoing here, so let's go over here. There we go. Alrighty, so we've emptied out this room because like we said in the last video, we are switching this room and our library slash office room. So we emptied this one out just to make it a little easier so Frank can build shelves. But for right now, we want to show you guys around pretty much everything because we have a lot going on. Where are you at?
House tour.
So we're doing a mini house tour and breaking down everything that has happened because we want to make it a little bit more vlog-like and make it feel like you guys are actually adventuring with us. So coming up on the next video, you will be watching us switch those two rooms completely. It might have to be a two-part video because of just everything that's going on with it. But for right now, we wanted to update you. So we have a couple things going on and we'll run through it. So we'll show you what it looks like in the middle of this process. So as of right now, the library is still a disaster and completely messy with all of our stuff. And this room is officially cleaned out and ready to go for the next step. So my closet's actually been staying pretty clean and it's been keeping up, but nothing else has been clean. So we actually have a lot. We have this little bench here that we will be recording when we update it because we are going to be fixing the fabric on it. As of right now, it's like this orangey, ugly color, and we want to redo it and make it more us, if that makes sense. So we have that project, but it's just sitting there. Our clean
farm chic.
Yeah, we're gonna make it more farm chic. So we have that, our towels, and our brand new sheets that we are going to be adding to our bedroom, so that way we transfer from
Our bedroom, which is currently
all over here.
the living room.
And we currently have sheets that are polyester and we're still trying to transition to natural fibers. So all of our stuff is right here and then our coffee table-ish is sitting right there with some stuff. We still have some of the stuff that we haven't gotten rid of.
I got one. Fit so much coffee in this bad boy.
That's like your favorite thing to do. We have some of the stuff that we haven't been able to get rid of yet, and I'm probably going to be getting rid of it here soon and donating it, except for a couple things, because I think that there's a couple things that I could be doing as a giveaway, not just on social media, but on YouTube too. But like this, there is no reason that this should be going to Goodwill. This needs to be given to one of my friends. So there's a couple things that we'll be holding back to make sure that we can finally do the giveaway we've been talking about for the last month.
I have clothes, but no friends to give them to. Oh, so sad.
So that's what that looks like. And then like I said, everything is chaotic right now. So currently our bedroom is right in between the two couches in the living room. And it should be getting fixed
That way.
in the next video because it's supposed to be over there. But that's what we have right now. And
Somebody
then
come buy this table.
we have this table.
Just come get it. I'll just give it to you.
For real.
I just want to get rid of it. Just take it.
We keep trying to give.
And say table, and it's yours.
The only thing is that this is YouTube, so all our followers are in the UK or like I don't know, Egypt or where's the other one? Bangladesh. No, seriously, we're trying to.
If you want to come from Bangladesh for this table, I won't stop you.
I wish our actual social media friends and online friends were actually like closer because seriously, we're trying to get rid of that table and it's just not going away. Our kitchen still doing great. It's a little messy.
Trash because we just made breakfast, but that's okay.
Now, what we haven't shown you guys is the backyard and where our farm stuff goes. So
this is where the magic isn't happening right now.
No, because it's on our off season, but we've never given you guys a tour back here on YouTube. Like there's a couple clips here and there where we've done some gardening or like our greenhouse build, but we've never actually given you guys a proper tour back here. So first of all, we need to repaint our door because Ralph always scratches it and makes it dirty. So reminder to future Abby, please clean off this door. And let me turn around the camera so Frank can give us a tour of what's going on back here, because flipping the entire house upside down and cleaning it again is not the only thing going on around here. So let me flip this around.
Right here, our Sicky tractor.
Yep.
Which is currently housing a bunny until we get her into her more permanent home.
So we've been pretty much just, let me show you guys. This guy has become our little house for pretty much everything. So it houses our Sicky chicken sometimes, and then when we clean it out, sometimes we use it for our bunnies. Right now, we just got these bunnies and we are transitioning them outside. So she has the freedom to go outside and actually hang out under here, but currently she's too scared. So we're letting her slowly transition and acclimated to the weather and then all the sounds that are around here. So she's doing pretty good here. We named the other rabbit on social media, but if you guys have any ideas for what we should name her here on YouTube and help me name her on this app, that would be greatly appreciated. So comment down below any ideas for her name. She's kind of shy. She's very chill and she's a sweet one. So I'm trying to think of a good name, but she kind of seems very royal, if that makes sense. So that's where she's hanging out, and she only hangs out here during the day because at night we're still getting her used to the fact that there's predators that come up and hang out. But she has the liberty to go down her little ramp and hang out at the bottom if she wants.
So this is the pile of wood. Over that away is my driveway where I do all my woodworking. This is all the stuff that's either left over from pallets or stuff that was too beat up for me to use, that I just couldn't work on, too full of nails, too full of knots, too crooked, too whatever. So this is our burn pile. It's going to get turned into ash and get reincorporated into the ground to help with the fertilizer.
So our chickens are planting themselves in the raised beds.
Yep. We're planting chicken seeds.
We are planting chicken seeds for the year.
So these are our raised beds. You can see we've put in a kind of irrigation system here. It's just 3 nozzles connected to a 1/2-inch line, connected back to our hose spigot. And it actually keeps our raised beds nice and moist, even in our crazy dry Colorado weather.
Yeah, and then this year we're actually working on adding more hailcloth. So we tested out 3 of our raised beds last year with some hailcloth, and they worked out pretty great. Our goal this year is to get the rest of these raised beds covered with this hailcloth since we get such crazy weather. So the goal is to get all of these raised beds up and running for the farmers market so that we can have a market garden out here and grow a bunch of food. We've only successfully grown food for us. We haven't put too much importance on trying to protect the plants that are in here. We usually get about 1 or 2 hailstorms a year that destroy our garden completely. But this year we want to actually preserve most of the stuff that we're growing. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup back here because it's a tiny bit messy, and work on that.
You may also notice that some of the raised beds are, 3/4 of the way empty. That's okay. We have a giant pile of compost in the backyard. That's built up over the years, and I just haven't had a place to put it all, but it's full of pig manure and chicken manure and kitchen scraps and every other good thing.
Yeah, so we got a lot to work on back here. After we're done working inside and doing our clutter clear out inside, we will be transitioning to working outside because I kind of miss my house looking really pretty like this last year. So yeah, this is what we got to work with. Hopefully we get all that sorted and we work on some stuff back there, like
some
fixing
future
the
projects.
Yeah, fixing the raised beds.
Adding hailcloth to them, building chicken brooders, upgrading the rabbit hutches, composting, expanding the koi pond.
Yeah, so that'll be the next that'll be the next series, because as soon as this house is completely fixed, then the backyard is our next goal in getting all of that done. Also, we're discovering how to respond to comments on YouTube because apparently it doesn't give you notifications at all. So we're learning how to set that up so that we can get those notifications. But if you have any questions about what we're doing and you want to know why in the world you should start watching us, or like what in the world we're doing because we just randomly popped on here and started getting rid of our entire house and flipping it upside down, drop the comments down below and we'll answer them. So we'll see you in the next video where we literally conquer this room. It is, I'm not kidding, it's like an episode.
It's the Reconquista.
It's like an episode of Hoarders, legitimately. Going through this room is going to be a lot of work, but it'll be fun because we're gonna be remaking these shelves in the other room and making them a little bit more built in, if that makes sense. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video and we'll talk to you guys soon. Oh wait, before we get out, I completely forgot. So in the last video, I talked about Ralph and all of his clutter clear out, and we got this comment on there. And I completely forgot that I just went off talking about the event and was just like, yeah, Frank bit me in the, or Frank, Ralph bit me in the face, and I moved on. And she had a good point. I never actually told you guys why that happened or gave you any more details. I just dropped an entire information bomb and then just walked away. So I'm going to quickly go through the story because it was a fairly simple story. Basically, we were going out to eat lunch and we were looking cute that day. And as we were leaving, I noticed Ralph wasn't feeling too good. So I went to pick him up and check on him. And as I picked him up, he started growling. So I set him down. And when I set him down, he turned around and snapped because I guess he was in pain. And as he snapped, I was lifting my face up, and it just so happened that the way I was getting up just matched perfectly with his bite. So I like leaned towards him as I was getting up. He snapped me on the face and grabbed my cheek. I think it was this side. Yeah, it was this side. But he bit me in the face, and I immediately was like, oh no, Frank, Ralph bit me in the face. We gotta go to the hospital. So he grabbed the nearest towel that we could, and I covered my face, and we drove to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, I immediately texted my sister-in-law and was like, hey, heads up, Frank is very protective of me, so make sure you take Ralph down to my mom's house and make sure that he just stays away for a while. So we sent him off, and I was at the hospital. At the hospital, it was a pretty easy thing because I only had 6 holes, I think. Yeah, 6 holes on my face. Once we got to the hospital, we went into the emergency room and we had the nurses clean up all the wounds and take the fabric off of my face very careful with some cotton swabs because it had gotten stuck to my face, and put anesthesia in my face to get me ready for the doctor.
Why do doctors always take forever? Like, is he eating lunch? Because I'm hungry. I want cheeseburger.
When the doctor came in and immediately got ready to stitch me up, on the first stitch when he stuck the needle close to my face, I was like, oh, I can definitely feel all of that. And he was like, oh, they were supposed to put anesthesia. And he like stormed out of the room before I had a chance to tell him that the nurses had already done that. Now, rewind to when I got to the hospital and they gave me, you know, all the paperwork you're supposed to fill out for the hospital. I literally put it on the paperwork. The anesthesia does not work on me. But did they listen? No. So I literally like waited patiently, and he came back in with the nurse, like arguing with the nurse about the anesthesia, and she's like, no, we did give it to her. Like, we literally put it in her face. And I was like, they did, but I told you when I first got here and you came in for 10 seconds that anesthesia does not work on me. And this is what I mean, like, I can feel everything. So he was like, well, I can give you one more shot and then it's just lethal for you, so like maybe we should not give you more than that. Like, we legally can't give you more than that. So he was like, I'll give you one more shot and we'll see if that works. So he gave me another shot. We sat there for 20 minutes, waited for it to come on and work, and it didn't. So as he went to start sewing up my face, I was like, nope, I can feel everything. And he was like, well, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, I have a strong pain tolerance because, like I said, anesthesia does not work on me. So I was like, if you honestly just stitch it all the way through, I will be okay and I can survive. I have a very high pain tolerance, so just go for it. So he did. He started stitching me up, and I have a couple videos. I'm gonna try to find them and put them in here.
Oh. Hello.
That one smarted it a little bit.
Huh?
That one smarted and hurt a little bit.
I can feel like the left side of it, not the right side of it, or your left.
That's weird. I put just as much on left as I did the right.
He literally stitched every single one of the bites with 2 stitches, except for the one that was right next to my eye. We could only do 1 on that one. And yeah, that was it. I literally took care of my wounds, and that was pretty much the whole story. One of them did get infected, the one that's the scar that you see right here. So I'll show you guys real quick. If I smile, there's a little dimple right here. That's just how my face healed after that. And it healed it pretty well. The only one that actually had a little bit of damage was the dimple one because it got infected. And again, we went to the hospital and I was like, hey, my face is infected. And they were like, no, it's fine. I went home and then I was like, no, Frank, a couple days later, I was like, Frank, this is really infected. Like, I can tell it's infected. So I scraped off the little scab and it immediately started like leaking pus. I cleared it out and then I was like, but should we go back to the hospital because that's probably not healthy? So we went back to the hospital and they're like, oh no, it's fine. And I was like, yes, because I took care of it and like squeezed it out and then obviously cleaned it up and all that. And they were like, no, but it looks fine. So I was like, oh, I document everything. I showed them the picture and they were like, oh yeah. So we might need to take out one of the stitches so that way it can heal better. And they did. They took out one of the stitches and then it healed perfectly. So that's the story of Ralph biting me in the face. He was sick and I picked him up and he got grumpy and he reacted and bit my face. And the reason we didn't get rid of him is because I have a big heart. And I told Frank, I was like, look, we live on the 3rd floor. I don't take him out as often as I should. I take him out to use the potty, but I don't actually let him run around and stuff. So like, give me 6 months to try to fix him and his anger issues. And then if he doesn't get fixed after 6 months, we can get rid of him or put him down. But nope, he learned a bunch of tricks and became a better pup because of it. So yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys without updating you on the story of Ralph and just leave you guys with a huge cliffhanger and not give you any more information. If you have any other questions about Ralph and him biting my face, definitely put it down in the comments down below and we will get back to those in the next video, or just comment. We'll respond on the comment. Hopefully you guys stick around long enough to see the transformation of it all, because I'll be showing the grand transformation of everything in this house here soon. And we will see you in the next video.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.